From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater, Radio 111 presents The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie G.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm your host, Bonnie G., here with my producer, Brian Mendoza. And we're very happy to welcome to the show Kirk and Noelle Geiger, who are the founders of the Animal Rescue Center of California. Hi, guys. How are you?
We're good. Thank you.
Very good, Bonnie. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, first of all, tell us, a little bit about your organization and exactly what you guys do.
Sure, yeah. So we started rescuing dogs during the housing crisis, 2008, when we're in the East Valley in the Coachella area, and we noticed just an enormous amount of dogs roaming, and it was when people were moving, into other homes or moving out of the area, and dogs were just everywhere. So we just made a commitment to try to help these magical creatures as much as possible, and over the years, we've learned a lot and worked with a great deal of people here in the Valley. And we've just got our 501c3 nonprofit status in 2020. So we are looking to expand, get a facility, and become more effective here in the Valley.
So that sounds like a big job. Is it a lot of work and complicated to put together an organization like this?
It's an extreme amount of work because the animals themselves are a massive amount of work. Just the cleanup and the feeding and the walking and all of that, on top of the administrative needs to put together all of the paperwork necessary and have the meetings necessary and the quarterly meetings and so it's a lot. Yes, it was definitely a lot, but it's absolutely worth it because I think by us building this, that we're gonna, if you build it, they will come. That's the sort of idea we're having. Is like if we really put a stamp and put a flag in the ground, that we're going to get support from the community to continue rescuing all these just amazing dogs. They're just roaming everywhere.
Now, so where you mentioned getting a facility. So where are the dogs housed now?
Well, we're foster-based.
Okay.
We always have whatever our maximum is allowed here in our home, but we're foster-based. And that's a huge thing that we need these days is because there's so many dogs in need. All shelters are full. Most rescues are full. I don't know if people that aren't in the rescue world know this, but yeah, it's very challenging. So if there's any fosters out there that are interested in possibly fostering or adopting a dog, wow, could we use them?
What kind of criteria? Obviously, I'm sure you check people out. What kind of criteria do they have to meet to become a foster?
And it really depends on the dog. We have multiple dogs, from youngs to olds to bigs to smalls. So really, we always try to have a yard, but that would be more for a bigger dog that needs to move around. If it's a smaller senior dog, you don't necessarily have to have a yard. So really what we're looking for is a loving human being that can just, give some attention and care to an animal in need. We take care of all vetting, all food costs, anything that is incurred during that time. We're just looking for a loving spot for a dog, sometimes for a week or 2 weeks while we figure out a spot for them.
And I'm sorry. I'm assuming donations are a huge part of how you keep going. Have you had a good response from the community?
So basically, since it's been during the pandemic, so we started, our 501c3 during COVID. So anything that we could do was always online, unfortunately. So, we never were able to really get an in-person fundraiser. So we're having our first in-person fundraiser April 1st here in La Quinta at Marvyn's Magic Theater.
Excellent.
Very entertaining venue. If you've not been to it, please come. Tickets are for sale on our website, and also applications for fosters and adopters is all on our website. And I'd love to maybe give that to you.
Please, yes, please.
Could either buy tickets. Oh, great. Our website is www.thearc, THEARC, like Charlie, -CA, like California, .org.
Okay.
thearc-ca.org. And everything's there. Applications and advertisements and videos of dog saves that we've done over the years. And we'll continue. We have a YouTube channel as well. So we're going to continue packing videos of dogs that we're living in the field that are now sleeping on a bed. We'd like to show the good endings, you know?
Yes. And now I'm guessing, did you come up with the Ark because of Noah's Ark? And were you unable to use the K? Was that why it says it has the Ark in your website?
Very good, Bonnie. Definitely, that was part of the wordplay for it. But the ARC stands for the Animal Rescue Center. So we did a double entendre.
Okay.
Yes, you got us.
Very
nice.
clever.
Thank you for seeing that.
I love that.
Right.
And I think.
Yeah, that's our.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say that's our whole thing is we're trying to build the Ark. Right now we are foster-based, but we definitely need a facility on the East Valley where there's so many animals just in need. But yes, building the Ark is definitely our main goal is to have a sanctuary out here in the East Valley.
And your logo, I love your logo. Who designed that? It's wonderful.
Thank you so much. A friend of ours, Jacqueline, she actually is a designer for, is it Estee Lauder?
It is.
She's a designer for Estee Lauder, and she had been watching us for years rescuing dogs, and we said, okay, it's time. We're going for it. We're going to get the logo. And she said, let me spin something up for you. And, you know, with the Ark, we were picturing maybe a little boat with some heads sticking out of it. And when she sent us that, we literally teared up. It was so strong.
It's one. Now, do you also rescue cats occasionally, or is it just dogs?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, everything. And ultimately, you know, once we're more financed and once we have a facility, that's why it's the Animal Rescue Center of California. We're not stopping at llamas and, you know, pigs and whatever, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
But right now there's just so many dogs and cats in need. Yes, we do what's called TNR, trap, neuter, release here in our neighborhood, just to keep the colonies of the cats down.
Yes.
Yes, you know, so we've done like 70 here in the neighborhood. It's really squelched it, but that's a friend of mine, Sam Rhodes, is an amazing cat wrangler, and she helps us on all the cat things, and when she has a dog thing, she calls us. So we all work together.
Now, I'm guessing, have you found veterinary officer vets who have been willing to help you and donate their time and help with the neutering, spaying?
Yeah, so we're putting that all together. Unfortunately, you know, we're working with what's called the Animal Action League, and they're a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that travels the valley. And we've worked with them for 15 years now. But due to their backlog, they're 3,400 animals backlogged in the public.
Gosh.
Yes, so they've stopped working with the rescues now. So we're kind of on our own. But we've worked a deal now with Ridgeline Veterinary Clinic in Cathedral City, and they're helping us massively. We're doing 2 a week there, whether it be a cat or a dog. So at least we have a place to get into at this point, because there is a veterinary shortage. It's been tough, you know.
Yeah. So what is the limit? You mentioned fostering, and I guess is it a county-wide or city-wide ordinance as to a limit of how many dogs you can have in an individual residential home?
It is. It's a county. Riverside is a county thing. You can have up to 4 dogs yourself.
Okay.
Depending on your zoning. I mean, if you're in an agricultural zoning area, that can go up, and you can get a kennel permit. You can get up to 30 dogs if you want, but it's more of a zoning thing, residential zoning, that 4 is the legal maximum.
And so and
I'm sorry.
I'm guessing you had your own pets even before you started all this. Did you have dogs as pets?
Well, it's kind of funny. We started with a cat some 15 years ago, and literally the first rescue we still have. She's a white boxer. Her name is Maggie. She was literally our first rescue 15 years ago, and she is still with us. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, we do have our own dog or 2, but they usually cycle through our house, and that changes the pack mentality a little bit until we get them to a foster or then onto a home. So it's it's a constant cycling of animals here. So we're just looking for more landing pads for these little creatures, and keep moving them along, because there's a lot out there right now.
Wait, if you had to take a guess? I don't know if you keep it probably not exact numbers. How many animals, since you started all of this, how many local animals here in the Valley area would you say you have rescued and have gone on to hopefully their forever homes?
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, we're pushing 700 at this point,
Wow.
Including the dogs from before our 501c3 status. We used to keep an actual number on it, and we put rescue number 321 on our YouTube channel, or rescue number 460.
Right.
There's been so many in this past year that we stopped numbering them, but we do have software that keeps track of them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, we're pushing 700 at this point.
That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really ramped up this year. So luckily we're getting some great adopters, but there's more dogs coming in than going out. So we're just looking for loving homes. So
if somebody wanted to help, either help donate money or come help, with logistics or administration, or become a foster, would they go to the website, or is there a phone number they could call?
Everything is mostly on the website. Unfortunately, the phone line that rings, we take in emergency calls all day long, things that animal control can't get to.
Right.
Now, they can leave a message. We will get back to them, but it's much more effective to go directly to the website, which, again, is thearc, THEARC-CA.org. And all our applications are there, donations are there, our fundraiser is there. That's really sort of our hub of information.
Yeah. So the fundraiser on April 1st, Saturday, April 1st at Marvyn's Magic Theater. What time is that, and how long does it go? And give us a couple more details on that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so normally he has a 6:30 show, and what he's doing is he's adding an 8:30 show for us. So if you were to go to his website, you're not going to see our fundraiser. You're going to see his 6:30 show. To go to ours, ours is going to start at probably closer to 8, and all tickets are available on our website also. So we'll have a silent auction starting around 7:45, and people will mill around and have drinks. Then there's a very entertaining show. If you've not seen him, please come and check him out. Very funny and very just really intriguing magic that he does. And then, once the show is over with, we'll wrap up the silent auction and should be done and out of there by 10:30.
Okay. Is it Dean Apple who's doing the show?
No, it's actually Jeff Hobbs, who is the owner of Marvyn's Magic Theater. He put it together.
Okay, super. Well, I just have to say congratulations and thank you so much for this work you do. We have 2 dogs, so I'm an animal lover, and you're right. There's such a need in the valley, and just kudos to you and Noelle for stepping up and doing something, and not just kind of talking about it and wringing your hands, as a lot of people do. But congratulations, that's wonderful. And again, check out the fundraiser Saturday, April 1st, Marvyn's Magic Theater. Website, www.thearc-ca.org. Kirk and Noelle, thank you so much for being here. And again, thanks for all the work you're doing. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. We really appreciate it and hope to see you soon.
Okay. Have a great day. And the rest of you, we'll see you next time on The Desert Scene.